Hey guys, welcome for another video. You are watching.
Hey guys, welcome back. If you would have watched the previous video where I have compared the Gemini versus ChatGPT on secure design review, you will have some decent amount of idea on how you can utilize the any LLMs in your daily life for abstract activities. So I just wanted to show you guys around the future of ChatGPT where you can make ChatGPT to create an optimized prompt that would support uh, for GPT-5 or GPT-4 on its LLM. In a sense, you can ask. I know you can simply ask for in any LLM chart and it will give, but this is a future given by ChatGPT itself to purposefully where itself will optimize the prompt for the context of model that you are going to use, right? So here I had created one prompt for a design review that is really good, really awesome. I'm going to show you guys in the output how it goes. For an example, I just want to read out you are a security architect AI. In the sense, I'm just making the agent to believe itself as an AI. I mean, like security architect. Sorry, and think like a regular user and also attacker. Like when you're reviewing the design, you should think like a regular user as well, and also the real attacker. Before you going to dive into the threat modeling, you first understand what is given as part of document, like what is the architecture is talking about, what are the APIs, what are the technologies, and what are the regulatory and compliance that has been involved. Then you perform the realistic a threat modeling aligning with so and so frameworks, and how you have to do the threat modeling, and how you have to categorize the vulnerabilities on architecture level or code level, and how the hardening has to be done, and the visualization of your threat modeling. Like if at all if you're given any design document, let's assume, so how does it look like in terms of flow diagram or architecture diagram. Like this will give in the ASCII format, which we're going to see in a few minutes, and matrix, which shows about the components mapping with the stride and threat and some of the mitigation factors. And we have some of the output requirements, how it should be, and important instructions, think and analyze like both a real world user and real attacker. So I have given something like that, and all this is not written by myself. I just explained in a plain language what I need, and this almost got into the way what I needed. If at all if you want something like you want to optimize it, you can just go here and you can ask what are the things that you want to like you think it's missing here. If you had it in a normal sentences, it will convert into a prompt and it will get updated, right? So I have the prompt ready. Let me switch to other model because GPT-5 will take more time to reasoning. I'll take GPT 4.1, which is a non-reasoning model. Let me pull up my design. So if you have seen my previous video, I had a design about food delivery platform, right? So I'm just pasting the content of the same. Okay. Oh, give me a moment. My bad. I had to set the tokens to the max, or else it will stop in the middle. Let me set the tokens into 10,000. I think let me keep it to 15,000. Okay, so let me close this. Okay, let me send it. So yeah, so context gathering, like if you see, like here is the problem statement which I have given. So first it will try to understand what are the things as there as part of design document, technologies as we have asked it for, and categorize the sensitive items you see as per the business requirement, because that is something very important. And primary threats to know architecture diagram as provided. Okay, If at all, if the document was there, I mean, like if it has any architecture diagram, it could have utilized that as a reference to understand the flows between different components. Anyhow, it has created some ASCII diagram on its own: customer app, driver app, order, SVC, driver services, location tracking services, WebSocket layer. I know this is something messy, just ignore it. Key data flows. Now let's come to the stride threat matrix, WebSocket, driver location. In the last video, we had, for the same thing, we had around 10 findings. Let's see how much we have here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Same, good. We have only 10 vulnerabilities or threats that we should be aware of. Threat modeling analysis, trust boundaries between the external user clients, threat analysis, I mean, like realistic way. For an example, with WebSockets, how attacker could exploit this. With respect to DB, how someone could exploit this, because this would be very easy to convince the stakeholders on telling why this risk has to be addressed during development. Now, a threat modeling. Now we can optimize the prompt to make the ASCII diagram much better, because that is where we think we have some issues. Like rest of the things are really giving very well. So what we can do, I can just go here. I'm not happy with the ASCII diagram it is giving as of now. It's so it's not visually explains the context about each components. Everything are so closer. We need a realistic design of how service would look like in a ASCII format. Let's see like what it's gonna optimize as. Once it's optimized, we can update the prompt to be for the default version to follow whatever the updated prompt that we have asked. Now the another beauty is, now see, in the general usage of ChatGPT, every time you have to go to the chat console and you have to paste a document, then you have to do. Here with this functionality, you can utilize it as a API and you can set automation. We'll talk about that, but for every engagement, generate a clear and relational ASCII architecture diagram that visually explains the context and connectivity, such as data. Every element annotation must be directly aligned with the future. Produce both design architecture and threat model diagrams. Okay, let's see. Let's update this. Let's publish. You can utilize whatever the prompt you have in the OpenAI as your automations. Like if you have integrated any N8N or a Tines kind of automation workflow tools, you can utilize it and you can read directly from the any document. Let's say you have a shared folder where you have all the documents or a new designs comes and stores, and you can integrate that shared folder in your workflow items, and whenever a new file has been identified, you can invoke these APIs to perform a design review on those documents, and once the output is ready, send it to a Slack or create one more document on showing what is the outcome of the design review, something like that, right? Okay, now we have optimized it. Let me give my prompt, I mean like my design doc once again. Okay. Now first it's trying to understand. Okay, now it's creating the ASCII design. Okay, not bad, better than previous one, because now you have your REST layer, you have separate APIs like order, driver, payment, location, and in all these locations and payment are related to some WebSocket, and there is a Twilio integration and restaurant and analytics, and this REST API is directly talking to MongoDB. Cool, not bad, definitely something better than previous one. And Stride, same thing. And detailed threat analysis, yeah, like how attacker could abuse this. Threat model diagram, customers authenticated, yeah. Let me like you have a PII stored everything here, and logs. In a sense, it will try to tag the sensitive components, right? Target mitigation summary, final notes. Yeah, like this is how you can make one chart, or you can make, actually you can even create a assistance here, but it does consumes a lot of tokens. But what I recommend is having this chart and calling this chart via API, which I showed for an example, this API. That would be a really good or easy to utilize as an automation to perform your design reviews, right? Okay, that's all about this video.